They call me Dan, the Lakers fan. And I got a master plan for the Lakers back to the promised land. Spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equal. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jack.
What up, Lakers family? It's your boy DTLF back with another live stream. Guys, not the video I wanted to make today, especially after the blockbuster trade. I wouldn't even say blockbuster. The trade that happened earlier that Shams Charania reported on. But first, I'm going to get into the Lakers news before I get into that trade. And that is breaking news. The Los Angeles Lakers have waived two-way guard Quincy Olivari. They have waived him officially. Now, Olivari was averaging 17.2 points, including shooting 40% from beyond the arc, 4.4 assists, and 4.4 rebounds with the South Bay Lakers. He is expected to draw interest in free agency per Michael Scotto. Okay, so that was the first move we did today. There's a second part to this. Before I get into the second part, I got to say that in my thoughts, that is a horrible mistake. Okay, because to me, from the players that we have in G League, I feel like he has the most high ceiling. All right, as far as the guards go. And you never know. We might need a guard sooner than you think. And I think this guy's going to get snatched up. He's going to get snatched up ASAP. Matter of fact, maybe even the Warriors pick him up. Right? So I think this was a horrible mistake that we made. And the reason we made this move is because of this. It's because of this man right here. Okay. I pull him up on the screen here. Okay, this is Trey Jameson. Okay. Now, it says here the Lakers are planning on signing former Pelican center Trey Jameson on a two-way contract after waiving Quincy Olivari. Now, ESPN sources tell that Jameson adds front-court physical depth to the Lakers. He has averaged 5 points, 4 rebounds across 41 NBA career games. So, this is the guy that we just gave up one of our better prospects for. Now, don't get me wrong. We do need front-court depth. We do need front court depth. Don't get me wrong. And who knows? I don't know nothing about this guy. I've never seen him play. I don't watch the G League squad of the Pelicans. I don't even watch the regular Pelicans, let alone their G League team. But I think this is a huge mistake. If Rob Pelinka needed a big man to compound things, if Rob Pelinka needed a big man, he should have got the one that went to Phoenix today. Because if you guys haven't heard, the Charlotte Hornets are trading 7-foot center Nick Richards and 1 second-round pick to the Phoenix Suns for Josh Okogie and 3 second-round picks, y'all. So when it rains, it pours, right? We got the hold of that news, and I guess Rob must have been hot on the heels of Nick Richards because he pivoted and made this move right after, which I find extremely interesting. I like this big man. Athletically, he looks good and all that, but will he even play? Because Coloco hasn't seen the court. Jackson Hayes has been horrible. I don't think we should be looking for the solution in a big man in the G League. I could be wrong. But letting go of Quincy Olivari was a huge mistake. I agree, CJ. I'm not happy with it, bro. I'm not happy. And it's worse that we missed on Nick Richards, and this was the next thing we had to do. So we might have compounded the mistake of missing on ex-Charlotte Hornet Nick Richards. Okay. Mind you, Quincy Olivari was shooting 17%. 17.2 points per game he was averaging, shooting 40% from beyond the arc with 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And I know stats don't mean much in the G League, but Trey Jameson was not even averaging a fraction of that. He was averaging 5 points, 4.3 rebounds, and that's it. Okay. So, man, I am extremely sad, and I have no idea what direction the Lakers are headed on right now as a franchise. I don't know what we're doing. Mind you, the Lakers just lost 3 in a row. All right, 3 in a row. I was extremely excited. Fun fact, I was really excited about Quincy Olivari's future, man. I almost got him on this show, just to let you know. I'm very, very excited for Quincy Olivari. I was going to bring him up here and question him. I got in contact with his people. Almost had him here. I would have been excited if he would have been a part of this Laker future, but I think he's still going to have a bright future elsewhere. And maybe the Lakers wanted to do the good thing and let him go since they felt like they couldn't get him PT here. But man, just very disappointed in the fact that we let him go. Jesse says we don't have 3 second-round picks. Yes, I know that. However, we could have found a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Maybe we throw in Jalen Hood-Schifino, who's worth more than Josh Okogie, since he was a first-round pick. Maybe we throw in 1 second-round pick. Maybe we throw in a protected first-round pick, top 20 protected. We could have figured it out, and we could have got it done. I think Rob Pelinka failed here. And he compounded it by letting go of a really good prospect in Quincy Olivari, man. Again, this guy averaged 17 points, shooting 40% from beyond the arc. Now, I'm not saying that would have translated right away, but he was a very solid young project for us. And I am disappointed. And I hope that the new acquisition, I'm not going to use this as an opportunity to hate on our new acquisition. Always, we support the Lakers, we support the talent, and all that good stuff. But man, it's disappointing, yo. It's disappointing. Quincy Olivari, no mas with the Lakers. No longer a part of the franchise. No longer on a 2-way contract, and now he's a free agent. And don't be surprised if the Warriors sign him. If Steph Curry puts in the call, Warriors sign him. Don't be surprised. No more Quincy Olivari. For those of you just tuning in, yes, breaking news. Quincy Olivari has been let go from the 2-way contract that he had, in spite of averaging 17, shooting 40% from beyond the arc. And the Lakers are planning on signing former Pelican center Trey Jameson, who was just on the screen right now with me. Okay, so how do we feel, Lakers family? I want to know your guys' opinions. Again, Trey Jameson, here's his very athletic highlights showing on the screen right here. But again, does it really matter? We have plenty of athletic bigs. They don't get a lot of minutes from our guy anyways. Thanks for super chat, by the way, brother. Appreciate that. They don't get no minutes. So what's the point of getting another 2-way contract who's probably not going to be a part of this future if he's not going to get minutes? Unless they're really planning on implementing this guy. You know what I mean? Unless they're really planning on implementing this guy, I think this is a pretty bad move. What do you guys think? You're telling me Q got cut, but Gabe and Jalen Hood-Schifino are still on the team? I'm saying, brother. Now, to be fair, Gabe has been a lot better recently, but you're right about Jalen Hood-Schifino. I thought Quincy showed way more potential than Jalen Hood has ever showed in his life. I'm not even sure Jalen Hood showed this kind of potential that Quincy has shown when he was in college, let alone in the NBA. But yeah, just disappointed, guys. Just disappointed. Let's see. Bad move. I see Rob Pelinka definitely moved the needle this time. Paul, I see the sarcasm is at an all-time high with this one. Dan Robb getting his advice from social media. Future is in shambles. Lakers getting from bad to worst. It's all bad right now. It's all bad right now. Terrible move. I dislike it, guys. I'm not going to be one of these Laker homer accounts that just supports everything. But again, I'm excited to see what this guy brings to the table because never seen him play before. But at the same time, like, I would not have cut Quincy Olivari to make this happen. I'm sorry. Bonner, appreciate you, bro. Thanks for super chat. He said he's from the Pelicans. Hard pass. He was okay. You seen him play? Because I never even knew he existed till today, to be honest with you. And I'm a diehard basketball fan, but I ain't that diehard to the point where I'm watching every G League squad's young players. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. I can't believe they went ahead and let go Quincy. Quincy, I think, brought to the Lakers what the Lakers needed, which was a young guard who was a project player still. He showed glimpses, but in the G League, he was doing exceptionally well. And I'm pretty sure somebody's going to pick him up, polish him, and turn him into the ball player that we know he's capable of. It makes no sense. I agree with you, bro. It makes no sense to me. I'm still confused. Now, the only thing I can make of this is the fact that the Lakers do this after – sorry, I'm trying to get the right one on here. The Lakers do this right after they whiff on the trade, right? The trade that the Suns cashed in on. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, the Charlotte Hornets traded 7-foot center Nick Richards and a second-round pick to the Phoenix Suns for Josh Okogie and 3 second-round picks. So I think the Lakers, it makes perfect sense that this is when Rob Pelinka decides to pivot. It seems like a desperation move to me, honestly. Seems like he pivoted and went with a two-way contract, which again, they haven't got no PT. I like Coloco already as is, and but the Lakers are notorious for letting young talent go prematurely. We did it with Scottie Pippen Jr. Jay Huff is looking good in Memphis. Now this is going to be the latest guy, the latest casualty, man. Let's see, my guy Bonners, appreciate you, bro. He said he played well when all the Pelicans players were out. Lakers played them, and he was okay. Not a needle mover. Exactly, which is exactly why, for me, you don't get rid of a young project player who looked like he had he looked like he had. I'll be honest with you, and LeBron fans are gonna be mad at me for saying this, but he looked like he had more potential than Bronny James. If we're being honest, okay, Quincy Olivari. If I had to pick between the two, I'm giving it a Q. Okay, so again, this is I think the wrong move for the Lakers here. I don't like it one bit. Q showed plenty of potential. Everybody spoke highly of him, from LeBron to Steph Curry and I don't think that it was a charity event for him. I don't think they were just speaking that highly. The coaches spoke highly of him. And here comes Rob Pelinka after missing out on the Nick Richards deal. And he completely pulled the rug right out from under us. I never expected today, like after losing 3 in a row, this was the news I was going to wake up to. So very disappointed. I do appreciate Super Chat, my guy. Thank you, man. From the bottom of my heart, brother. Appreciate it. CJ, he says, we have got to choose a lane, either put all your chips in for a championship or tear it down. That's exactly my problem with this franchise right now. It's just, what is this direction? What is this? Because if we're rebuilding while trying to compete, this was the wrong move. All right, you can't have your cake and eat it too. We just got rid of our best prospect in the G League right now. And that's a fact. Anybody that says otherwise, either you're not paying attention or you don't want to believe it. But I'm telling you, Quincy has tons of potential. Tons. And I actually wanted him to get more opportunities with the A team. But instead, we cut him. Instead of continuing to develop him and eventually give him a roster slot, which I always thought they would get, we cut him. And now I think, again, whoever picks him up is going to get a heck of a young talent. Will they develop him? TBD. But yeah. Yeah, no. Let's see. What am I missing? I think what we're missing here, guys, is me putting 1 and 2 together. This move came right after the Nick Richards deal went through for the Suns. So I think Rob Pelinka might have been close on acquiring Nick Richards. I think later on we might find that out. And since he didn't, then he pivoted, and I guess this was the immediate move. But it does tell me one thing. Only one positive thing is that the Lakers are prioritizing size, which we need. But I think it's on such a small scale. We really should be in the trade market right now. That's what we should be doing. Just B Channel, what's up, my brother? He said, reminds me of Pippen Jr., Quincy dropping dubs on us whenever he go. Bro, it's insane. I'm still in shock. I know people saying we don't need him. We don't need more guards. But the truth of the matter is he was the best prospect we had. When you have G League players, you have prospects there. If they didn't believe in Coloco, then why didn't they cut him and give it to this guy? We're clearly not going to convert both of these two-way players into regular contracts. I'd rather have Coloco, if I'm being honest. I like his energy. I like everything about him. Unless there's something going on with Coloco that I have no clue about. But yeah, again, this is one of those moves that just horrible. You're going to drop 27 on our head on another team watch? Well, if it doesn't happen this year, it might happen in the future. But I like the kid's talent. That's all I'm saying. My case is that if you really needed a big man, go trade for one. Right? Or convert Coloco into a regular contract. I know Jackson Hayes hasn't been cutting it. And, it is what it is. But man, he said, there are a lot of teams that need to thank us for all the young talent we have let go. Exactly, James. Exactly, bro. I will say this, in the LeBron era, we have drafted really well. And we've even got some great talent like Austin Reeves in the second round. But why stop there? Why not continue to give more young players the opportunity to become the next Austin Reeves or Caruso? Guys like Quincy, right? It's almost like we said, oh, we had our fail. We need somebody that's more NBA ready. Now, this guy, this Jones kid, I think he's 25 or 26. So maybe they deem he's more NBA ready to contribute right now. But I just don't like it. I don't like this move at all. I don't like it. I know a lot of you guys are disappointed. So am I. It's not the end of the world, but at the end of the day, like I said, I don't know what the front office is doing right now. My guy D Free, he said, not sure why they get mad at that, but it's not Bronny versus Q. It's Bronny versus LeBron and LeBron James. Lastly, I do think Q will be far better offensive player than Bronny. Is coming along there and has athletic. I like Bronny. But if I had to choose between both of them, I'm cutting Bronny, bro. I'm sorry. Because he's not able to contribute to us this year, and he has a regular roster spot, which is why a lot of people wanted him on a two-way. Right? He hasn't contributed one bit to the Lakers. And I actually think Quincy would have been further along to contribute. Right? He's averaging 17 a game. What is Bronny averaging in the G League right now? Somebody look me up his numbers right now. But I promise you it's not 17 shooting 40% from beyond the arc, which is kind of what we need from the guard position. And we haven't really got it from the backup guards, right? They've been inconsistent with the shooting all year. What's up, Max? Good to see you, man. He said, what's good, Dan? I'm still in Thailand. I haven't been able to join on your videos and playback. Hope you're safe from the fires, yo. We are safe. Me and my family, thank you for tapping in, bro. Prayers up for everybody else still going through it. But again, Quincy showed tremendous potential, and we just let him go like nothing. We just let him go like nothing for what? For a big man that may or may not get PT? Think about it. Like, Koloko's better suited. I like Koloko as a prospect better. Again, to be fair to this guy, I haven't seen him play really ever. So we'll see if the Lakers actually give an opportunity. Matter of fact, since we let Quincy go today for this guy, I better see him on the court tonight. I don't care if it's garbage minutes or whatever. He better grace the hardwood floor. He better. All right, because otherwise, why are you making these desperate moves, Rob? It seems like a desperate move. Danny, yes, absolutely. It feels that way. It feels like we're giving out roster slots to guys that aren't usable. Meanwhile, the ones that have shown more potential are getting cut, which is something as a Laker fan we don't like. We're team first, not player catering first. In that case, then we should just call ourselves the LeBrons, not the Lakers. If we're going to keep players like Bronny, who haven't really played any significant minutes, and then cut players like Quincy, who have been playing good minutes in the G League, then favoritism is at an all-time high. So I'm not happy about that at all. I agree with you, Danny. I thought he would be a part of our future. He showed glimpses for sure. And again, the percentages are there in the G League. What are we doing? What are we doing? I get it. We can only have what? Three two-way contracts or two? I'm not sure. I think it's three, right? But we cut one of the guys that had the most potential in the entire G League. Somebody who was talked highly about. Unless the Lakers have the same disdain for Steph Curry that I do, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense, man. Yeah, exactly, D-Free. Always hurt Jalen Hood-Schifino, and he's still on the roster. I don't like that. I don't like that. Very much so a head scratcher. Appreciate you, Danny. Solo said, this is another head scratcher from Rob. He has been so inconsistent. He makes me happy with the Dorian Finney-Smith move, and then he makes me, again, disappointed with this move. It's like, my God. And by the way, nobody's hating on Bronny. I love Bronny. I want him to thrive. But what doesn't make sense to me is how we cut in somebody that has showed more potential. That's not hating. I think we need to redefine the word. We need to look up the word hating in the dictionary. Criticizing an aspect of the front office that has nothing to do with Bronny is not hating, guys. We're going to have to definitely check out the dictionary. I didn't say Bronny sucks or he's trash or he doesn't even deserve to be in the league. I didn't say none of that. What I said is we cut a better looking, keyword looking. I could be wrong. Bronny could end up being a better player. But I'm saying we cut a better looking prospect than both Bronny, Jalen Hood-Schifino, and the rest of the Lakers G League squad. That's all I'm saying. And I personally, I don't like that. We're not operating in from a winning standpoint to build a winning culture. We're operating from a popularity contest culture. We keep Bronny around because he's selling jerseys. Great. But that's all business. That's not what Laker fans are about. Right? I don't mind holding on to Bronny, but Quincy definitely deserved to stay on. He earned his keep from beginning till now. And he really didn't do anything to deserve to get cut. Look at his numbers. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't. Take your personal feelings out of it. And let's bring some context into it. And not just Bronny. Jalen Hood-Schifino, what in the fuck has that man done to earn his NBA roster spot outside of getting drafted? First round pick, by the way. First round pick. And he hasn't done a single thing. But yeah, he gets to stay on. He gets to stay on over Quincy. It's just not a good look. I'm sorry. I got to call it a spade a spade. Got to call it a spade a spade. Hey, Dan, Rob P dropped Q like he's Anthony Brown. We did the same thing to other players that have now earned good contracts. Shout out to Scottie Pippen Jr. and Jay Huff. We did the same thing to both of them players. They couldn't get enough burn with the A team, so they just cut them. And now we see these role players on other teams killing. right? And that's my issue. Is like you got to learn from your mistakes. If you're Rob Pelinka, you've made this mistake before. You let Caruso walk, one of our very own role players that we bred on the Lakers team. For a couple of millions, you let him walk. Mistake. Did the same thing with Scottie Pippen, did the same thing with Jay Huff. Now we're doing it with Quincy. When is he going to learn? When is Rob going to learn not to do that to our young talent? How about cultivating, holding on to it? LeBron will eventually retire. He's not going to play another 10 years. He will retire, fam. If it's not next year, he'll retire soon enough. And then we're going to have to pivot. If you're letting key rotation pieces, potentially even more go, you're going to struggle on the rebuild. Good luck. These are 2 words people need to really learn definition are love and hate. Bro, they call me a hater for calling a spade a spade. Imagine that. Right? Imagine that. Mamba mentality. Pissed Dan. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. He said, pissed Dan. Rob could have beat that trade for Nick Richards easy. Rob let that one slip. Now he's thrift shopping, hoping he can find another gem in the rough. Exactly. I don't think this was the time to make this move either. That's another great point right there, Mamba. Again, very disappointed. Extremely disappointed. And that disappointment, obviously they could turn it into excitement if they still end up making a move. But this move, regardless, just doesn't make sense to me in our timeline. Right now, we should be looking for somebody who's ready to contribute right now at the center position. We've been getting out-rebounded consistently. We've been getting out-hustled consistently. Matter of fact, we might have a motor guy that we need in the G League right now, and I pray to God they don't let him go, and that's Armel Traore. I like him. Great hustle guy, great rebounder. I haven't really heard much of him in the G League, but I'm telling you right now, I would have much rather call up that guy than to let Quincy go for a new guy. But again, I'm rooting for the new guy. Don't get it twisted. What if he ends up being a gem? Great. I'll be ecstatic. But check out the stats. And again, thank you so much, Mamba. Appreciate you, bro. Check out the stats. Olivari in the G League, guys. You don't just let that walk. 81% from the free throw line, 40% from beyond the arc, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Somebody just came up, and it could be the Warriors. It could be the Warriors right there. Somebody came up, and that's the problem. That's the problem for me. We keep letting these guys, these diamonds in the rough, escape. How many more, guys? How many more? Who's next? There's a lot of dead weight on this team. There is, CJ. Therefore, we shouldn't be cutting the guys that actually show potential. You know what I mean? I understand there's a new CBA and there's a different way of doing things, but they had to figure out a better way to cultivate, like I said, our young talent and build on it. Because, again, the LeBron AD era is not going to be here forever. It's already been, let's be honest, this has been a very painful era, full of ups and downs, more downs than ups, but ups and downs. It's been a roller coaster ride. By my standards, the LeBron AD era, and this is on the front office, has been the worst era of any dynamic duo, right? That I can remember, at least. And so that's on the front office. They continue to make these type of mistakes, and that's part of the reason why. Some of it is underachieving by guys like AD and LeBron at times, but can we really continue to hold LeBron to that golden standard at 40? We got to hold the front office to an even higher standard because they're making these type of minuscule moves that are very lateral, that aren't really going to help anybody unless this guy ends up being the second coming to somebody, Larry Johnson from the Bucks or somebody. He ends up being the next Hassan Whiteside, right, from the G League, from rags to riches, then this wasn't a good move. Now, again, I'll stand corrected if he ends up being a legit part of this rotation and ends up contributing this season, but we let go of a piece of the future for a potential non-contributor. And that's what I'm upset about for the most part. This after losing 3 straight games in a row. What type of message are we sending, guys? This after whiffing on the Nick Richards trade that the Suns just cashed in on. What type of message is the front office sending? My brother D. Free says, well, the issue with a guaranteed roster, guys, is that it puts you in the second apron. So Quincy is pretty much by default the only guy they're cutting unless you want to get rid of Traore. Man, I'm still not happy about it. D. Free, I appreciate the explanation, but man, this is not going to make me happy, bro. Not today. Facts, Dan, I agree with you, and we need another big man still to help AD. I hope Rob make a move now. But we missed on a golden opportunity, man. We missed a golden opportunity. He said now Caruso, Pippen Jr., and Huff are on the second best team in the West. The front office got to learn. I don't know how they're going to learn. Is it through mistakes or is it through being fired, Rob Pelinka? What is it going to take for this man to learn? Right? He's been making these type of mistakes consistently. And this feels like a mistake. I know it's premature and early to tell, but it feels like a big mistake. It does. I think we've seen a lot of potential in this young kid. That's why a lot of Laker fans are going to be upset today. Rightfully so. Passport Blackheart, appreciate you, brother. He said, I'm starting to believe no trade for a center. If that's the case, AD has to have a long look at this organization. And I wouldn't blame him. If we don't get AD a solid, formidable big man to go alongside him for this season, and he requests a trade, I'm not going to be mad at AD. I'm not. Because for the last 3 to 4 years, he's been the main line of defense in the front court. And nobody's even come close to helping him there. There's been spurts, right? But nothing consistent. So you're right, Passport. You might have to look at this organization. So do we. We have to start looking. We have to start demanding greatness from everybody, including Jeannie. And that's a true elephant in the room. She might have to be more assertive and come down with the hammer of Thor on guys like Pelinka that are taking their sweet time and not doing enough. Right? We need that backup big man. And I don't think it's going to be this center. I just don't. I'm sorry. It hasn't been a G League player for a while. I mean, he looks solid. Don't get me wrong. Look at the highlights. He looks great. Athletic, great. Anybody can look good in a 2-minute clip of highlights. Anybody could look good. You can make me a 2-minute reel where I look like the starting center for the Lakers. Maybe not. But you get my point, right? Anybody can look good. How's it going to look when he's actually in the games? Is he actually going to be this dominant? Is he going to come out here and do this consistently? Is he going to get 15 minutes at least a game playing for the Lakers? Look at him blocking Wemby there. Okay? So, I mean, the highlights look amazing. But we traded Quincy Olivari for some highlights that may or may not come to fruition eventually. Right? And that's not good enough for me. We got 2 other big men on 2-way contracts. Pick one of them to let go, as much as I like them. But don't let go of the only guard prospect that you had that I think is worth investing some time into. I appreciate your Passport. Thank you, man. He said, we might have to have this conversation. Is Rob better than Mitch? Ooh. Now, that's a very dark conversation. I don't want to have that till the offseason. We're going to find out this offseason how good he is. Can he build a formidable contender? You made one good trade so far this year. Can he make another one? Can he actually string together a couple of good trades to get us believing in him? Right? But, yeah, it is disappointing. It's very disappointing, guys. He should be, Deshaun. He should be available to play tonight. I'm not sure. That's a good question, but I guess we'll get word of it during pregame. I'll give you guys an update to see if he suits up or not. I might go 30 minutes right before the game, so make sure you guys tap back in for pregame. But shit, for the way they let Quincy go, he might as well suit up. He might as well start tonight. The way they must have found a diamond in the rough the way they let Quincy go. They let this man go quick. They didn't even think about it. They just said, we missed on Nick Richards. Here's our Nick Richards. That's how they're acting. Literally, think about this, right? And I'm usually the one to piece things together. But I'm telling you this. This move happened right after Nick Richards' trade. It's not a coincidence. That means Rob Pelinka was involved and whiffed on this trade. He lost the bidding war to the Suns front office. So congratulations to the Suns because they got a good one in Nick Richards. I think he averages a double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks. Very solid. Exactly what we needed, right? And he went for 3 second-round picks. Could we have included a first-round pick heavily protected, top 14 to top 20? Hell yeah, we could have. Why didn't we? I guess I'll never know. I guess we'll never know. But yeah, that is the breaking news of the day. If you guys are just tuning in, the Lakers have cut Quincy Olivari from our 2-way contract, and they have acquired ex-Pelican center Trey Jameson, who's 6'10" and 270 pounds. Now, again, the highlights will make you think he's the next Jaren Jackson Jr. You know what I mean? The highlights look phenomenal. But we never go based on highlights. I've never personally seen this guy play, so I won't. I hope we fall in love with him, and I hope we like him, and it eventually validates this move. But I don't like it. I don't like it, guys. Let's see here. He said, Trey Jameson sounds like a creative player on the back of the roster on 2K. Bro, I have no clue who he is. I hope we find out real soon. Waiting on Vando and Woods is costing LA. Yeah, man, it is. It is. And that's a great point because I think if Vando would have been back already, maybe this move doesn't happen today. Maybe. But Rob Pelinka also cannot be focused on Vando and Woods. He needs to focus on what we know we have. We need to operate as a team that doesn't have these players on the roster, right? As if they weren't coming back. Because what if they come back and then they have a major setback? Now what? Now you can't operate from that standpoint. Now you definitely got to make a move. Mind you, the trade deadline is around the corner. We're less than a month away. What is it, February 3rd or something like that? 6th or 8th? One of those dates. But man, it's just insane. Oh, D Free, you make me laugh, bro. He said he's now the heaviest player not named LeBron or AD. If you want to be optimistic, we need a bigger body guy. I wonder if he comes in and plays good, if he'll steal a guaranteed spot from Coloco. Well, you know what? I just want something solid, man. I want something solid. I'll be rooting for this guy regardless. No matter who comes to the Lakers. Heck, I rooted for Patrick Beverley after hating him his whole career when he was a Laker. So you better believe this guy's going to get the best energy from Laker fans. We're like that. We're loyal. But we are disappointed that Quincy Olivari's spot had to be sacrificed in order to make this happen. When you have two other big men over there that you're not utilizing, Traore, Armel, and Coloco Christian, right? Now you got me out here talking backwards like Yoda and shit. Alexandra, how you doing? She said, it's the way we have 3 backup centers, but none of them are quality. And that is exactly my problem, Alexandra. That's when I start questioning what are we doing as a front office. How come we have 3 spots that aren't really being utilized, basically? Jackson Hayes, Coloco, and Armel. We couldn't find nothing there, but we somehow find a way to get rid of the one promising guard we had in the G League, right? That's the problem. If we wanted a fat player on this team, we should have got Kenny Lofton Jr. Hey, he's a baller, by the way. He's a bucket. Shout out to Kenny Lofton. I hope he makes a roster spot someday. He's a fucking bucket, man. But that's funny, man. But look, at the end of the day, the Lakers made a move. We want them to make moves. They made a move. Is it the right move? TBD, because we don't know. Honestly, time will tell. This guy comes in and we found the next Jaren Jackson or the next Hassan Whiteside. And look, you get that from me. Throw away the key. All right. I'm going to zip it up. But again, as of right now, as in this very moment, it just doesn't look like a very good move. Okay. Granted, this is before we even seen the player take the court. So we're going to give him an opportunity. But Rob, you shouldn't have let Quincy go. You should have let somebody else go. If you're not going to play Armel, let him go. As much as I like him. I like him. If you're not going to play Coloco, who hasn't even seen the court the last 3 games, let him go. Don't let the guard that's averaging 17, shooting 40% from beyond the arc that looks like he translates to the modern NBA. Don't let him go, man. Come on. Come on now. Let's see. Coloco's the best backup center, better than Hayes and Armel. I agree. I've been said we should convert him into a regular contract at some point, but we don't have the roster spot for it because Bronny and Jalen Hood Shafino are taking them spots up. Them the guards we should have been letting go, not Quincy, but it is what it is, man. Them the guys that are not contributing this year. This is what I'm saying. I do not know what the Lakers are doing. Are we rebuilding? Are we retooling? Are we competing? Do we just want to sell tickets? That one looks more likely right now. Looks like we just want to sell tickets, right? That's a problem. My guy said, big up, bro. Hope you've been good. At this point, what trade would you do that is realistic? Well, I would have loved that Nick Richards trade that happened today for the Lakers. But since we missed out on the center, that's one less to go. We don't have too many options. Nick Richards off the board. Obviously, the rumors are saying that Walker Kessler is not on the trade market, right? How many more options do we have? How many, what do we really have out there? Ayton? You guys would like Ayton? I would prefer Time Lord, man. I would prefer Time Lord from that team. You know, I definitely would. So, yeah. But I wouldn't mind Ayton, I guess. Desperation. Desperate times call for desperate measures, as you can see with what we did today. Let's see. Alexander says Nick Richards was worth 3 second-round picks, so I'm not shocked Pelinka didn't go for it. That's funny. That is definitely Rob Pelinka diss. Yeah, he's worth it for sure. He's worth it. Now, I don't know if we didn't have the 3 second-round picks or if we could have included a first round heavily protected, top 20 protected or something to get this man, but we did it. So now we got to pivot and see what happens now. Let's see. Dayron Sharp is only right answer now, realistically. I like Dayron Sharp, but why would they trade him? What is he, like 23? He kind of fits their timeline moving forward. If anything, I think they're better off trading Nick Claxton, who I would love as well. They're better off trading him because he has a bigger contract and they're trying to lose and bottom out anyways. Keep Dayron Sharp if I'm the Nets. But that's just me. I could be wrong on that. That's what I would do. Let's see. Isn't Bronny and Quincy averaging the same? I have no clue. I have not looked at their averages. I just see Quincy's Olivari's averages now because we traded him and the stat popped up on my timeline. So, again, disappointed. Let's see. KJ says, I'm sick of our front office. You told me being a Lakers fan is brutal. I told you, bro. We go through the ups and downs. But hey, we're going to stick with it. That's what we do, man. No matter what. There'll be some happy days. Right? This doesn't seem like a happy one. We're coming off of a 3-game losing streak. We just got embarrassed when we were supposed to be playing for the fire victims. We're supposed to be playing for the city. Came out here and we laid an egg after a week break. And now we do this. So, it's very brutal being a Laker fan, but it's also very rewarding. That's what makes the sweet moments so rewarding as a diehard. I've been here through it all, man. Since 1996, I've been through it all. My family, my brothers, even longer, right? Since the Magic Johnson days. But when you're here through it all, man, you understand that that's what loyalty is all about. You go through the struggles like these, like what we're going through in the LeBron era right now, and then there will be brighter days sooner than later. But it's a part of being a fan for sure. Thank you, Kimiko. Good to see you on here. Yes, the Lakers do host the Heat at 7 p.m. Make sure you guys tap in on playback. Me and my guest, Diehard, gonna be live over there, so make sure you guys tap in. And also for pregame, I will be live at around 6:15. Give you guys all the latest updates and all that good stuff. So make sure you guys tap in for that. Just wanted to give you guys my quick thoughts and updates on the latest breaking news here. Yes, the Suns made a great move. Do I think that makes them contenders? Fuck no, absolutely not. I still don't think that makes them contenders, but they did get better. They did get better. They finally added a real defensive center. They had Nurkic. Best part about their trade is they don't have to get rid of Nurkic. Now they can have him as depth as a backup. He was already going to the bench. So, yeah. Bro, and that's very possible, Solo. Miami's a way better team than San Antonio on paper. Got better veterans. They got a lot of bucket getters, guys like Tyler Hero. Bam Adebayo is always tough. I mean, my guy Jaime Jaquez, they're going to be a tough team tonight for sure. For sure. Passport says Lakers have an organization problem, which is Jeannie and Rob problem. I agree. I've been defending Jeannie for the longest, but she got to show her face now, and she got to show her face card and come out here and make the team better or fire the people that aren't making the team better. One of two. That's it. And I'll always support her. She brought a championship to the city already. Always going to have her back. I'm not going to be one of these fans that calls her broke or disrespects her because she is the daughter of royalty. But she does have to do better right now. For sure. For sure. I agree with you, brother. And I thank you so much for the super chat. Mixed Pill said, first is D'Lo, now Rui. Next, anyone not named AR? No, not really. Actually, I haven't said trade Rui. I said I'd be willing to for the right deal. Same thing with Austin Reeves. The right deal, sure. But actually, I would like Rui moved to the bench where I think he's going to get more shots because he hasn't been shooting a bad percentage. He just hasn't been getting a heavy clip of shots. He's, last 3 games he's been averaging like 9 points, and we've been losing all of them. So why not move him to the bench where he can be more aggressive as a primary option and then put Dorian Finney-Smith. He's not available tonight due to the birth of his child, but and congratulations to him, by the way. But eventually I would like to see that move. So no, we are not just blaming names to blame names. But the fact of the matter is some people can't take the truth. So they say stuff like what my guy Mix Phil or whatever your name is. Yeah. Can't handle the truth, buddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Kimiko. Thank you for the promo code. Yes, this video is sponsored by Prize Picks. Make sure you guys get in on the action with a $10 deposit and play will get you $50 in credit to play. And get tons of money for sure. Let's see. Dorian Finney-Smith to start. Rui to our bench. See, that's what an educated Laker fan sounds like. Yes, thank you. I love Rui. I think Rui has shown us potential to come off the bench and do damage. We've seen it in the postseason already. Anybody that shows me potential in the postseason, shows me potential. Okay. And I believe in him. I really do. And I think he still has the capability of going off during any playoff series, which I think that could be an X factor for us in any round. So I would love to keep him around. I like the depth we are starting to get if Vando comes back. But again, you're absolutely right. That's since the trade went down, I wanted Finney-Smith to start. He's just more well-rounded. He fits in better with the starters. He's a spot-up three-point shooter who can straight line drives to the basket and lock up and get rebounds, right? And the biggest concern I have with Rui is that he's not rebounding well as a starter, right? He can get buckets, we know that, but we needed him to become a better rebounder with his 6'8" frame and his athletic build. We needed more from him there. So that's one of my few concerns with Rui. And his defense, of course. But outside of that, I like his scoring ability. He's been tremendous from beyond the arc this year, shooting over 40%. I don't want him traded, per se, unless the right deal comes along where you can't refuse it. But Jimmy Butler. But, that's just the case. There's no scapegoats. I'm happy with the roster. I'm not happy with the roster management right now. I'm not happy with the way the front office is operating right now. I'm not happy with the way the coach has been the last couple of games. We're going to hold everybody accountable, right? Marcus, appreciate you, Marcus. He said, why not waive Armel Traore instead of Quincy? Well, yeah, I honestly, I don't understand what's the purpose of, and again, we've discussed this already. What's the purpose of keeping three bigs who you're probably not going to play a lot instead of your number one prospect in the G League, right? It's just, again, 0 sense to me. I do believe it was a bad move. It is premature. It's very early. We're going to find out in the near future, just like we did with Scottie Pippen Jr., but as of right now, it looks like a devastating move to us fans of player development, fans of the future, fans of somebody that we thought we had undrafted that was going to be a steal for sure, right? Let's see here. You guys don't know basketball, he says. You don't have a 6'8", 230-pound guy that refuses to rebound? Wait, what? What are you talking about? You don't know basketball? You can't have a 6'8"? Yeah, you can. You can have him off the bench. And yes, we definitely know basketball, Jordan. Just because our opinion differs from yours doesn't mean that we don't know basketball. That's just you being stubborn and in your ways, man. I refuse to ask your age, but yeah. Clutch said cut Quincy, and they did. Pretty simple. Let's start to realize. No, now we're going to get the crowd that likes to blame Clutch for everything. No, this is a front office written all over it move. Because again, if you pay attention to detail, the trade happened with the Suns first, and then this move happened subsequently. So, yeah. He said Olivari's dream is to just got destroyed. Not really, actually. I actually think he might get more opportunities elsewhere. The Golden State Warriors are a team that could definitely afford to give Olivari some burn because they suck. Flat out. They have been spiraling downwards ever since I called them out and I said, hey, they're not really a number one seed in the West. They will get exposed like clockwork, right? Well, guess what? At the end of the day, I will say, hold on, wait. I got to dispel this. He said, you'll never win a championship starting Reeves. This isn't the 90s anymore. Jordan, what? See, me and you could argue all day, but the fact of the matter, I'm going to kill you with facts here. So you're saying we can't start Reeves at the point guard position because he plays no defense, right? His defensive rating this season is a B-. So it's actually above average for a guard. Secondly, guess who's won multiple rebounds? Guess who has won multiple championships in this era that plays less defense than Austin Reeves? That's right. Probably your favorite player, Steph Curry. So stop it. You just got both of your arguments just got destroyed right there on the live stream, man. If you're going to come and dispel what I'm saying or what anybody here in the chat saying, you better bring facts because of how do you say it's not the 90s when he's got 4 championships as a non-defensive guard? I think the Reeves hate is clouding your guys' judgment at this point. Reeves has been our third best player on this roster, period. And you're saying we can't win a championship in spite of him being the third best player? You're acting like he's the first best player, and we're asking him to elevate us. That's what you're acting like. That's crazy talk. He's averaging 18 points as a third option. When's the last time anybody averaged 18 points with LeBron James and another option? I'll wait. Not even Kevin Love could do that. Kevin Love didn't even average 18 points after he was killing it in Minnesota, averaging over 27 double-double, 27 and 15 in Minnesota. He goes to Cleveland, and what did he turn into? 15 points per game? Come on, family. See, you come to a basketball channel with a real diehard basketball fan that has absolutely no bias. I literally love the Lakers equally, right? No bias towards any player. And you're bringing hater facts on here, bro. I'm going to have to destroy you right there. And no, I'm not comparing Curry to AR. I never said they were the same player. I said, by the way, he said we can't win, that it's not the 90s. We can't win with a guard like AR. Curry plays less defense than AR. AR at least takes charges. At least he gets his hands in the passing lanes. He's very active. He's not as bad as y'all make him look. Seriously. I don't get it. I don't get it, brother. I don't know if they're watching the game or just looking at the stat sheet, but either way, they got to pay closer attention. Yeah, nobody said that, and you're trolling. So, yeah, that's a bye-bye right there. Nobody said Curry equals AR. Ridiculous. The fan base has become crybabies. Well, not the whole fan base, but there is player fans who have an agenda against certain players, and they constantly want to get them traded. You know, it's like constantly. So, we got to dispel those rumors at all times. You can go over the cap with no tax with bird rights. Players like AR, wake up, people. They don't get it, bro. They won't get it, bro. They won't. What? Wow. They waived Quincy. Yes, Tamika. Unfortunately, the Lakers have went ahead and made what I believe is a mistake and waived Quincy. He's done, bro. He tried to take my words and twist them and say I'm comparing AR to Curry. What I said is, he said a guard like that but you can't win a championship, and it's not the 90s no more. I said, well, guess what? Steph Curry. Guess what Steph Curry's been doing? He's been winning championships as a non-defensive guard, right? So, yeah. Hey, we got a mega chat. Let's go.
I want to give a special shout out to all who have super chatted, especially you. With this super chat, I will now be able to reach level 25,000.
That one's from my guy D Free. That one's from my guy D Free. I know you know Vegeta's the GOAT, brother, if you're still in the chat with us. Marcus, thank you so much for the mega chat, bro. He said, though I like Rui scoring, it's not super consistent. 6'8", 230 pounds. He said, doesn't rebound, doesn't play great. D, 18 million a year. I agree. I wouldn't trade him just to trade him, but I feel like an upgrade is needed. Well, guess what? We have the upgrade. His name is Dorian Finney-Smith, right? We have the update. His name is Dorian Finney-Smith. And you know what, Marcus? I agree, though. That is definitely the upgrade. Just go ahead and put him in the starting lineup, and you're upgraded, right? In the sense that Dorian Finney-Smith shoots equally, if not better, from beyond the arc on spot-up threes. I'd have to go and look at the number, right? But he shoots an elite percentage from beyond the arc, spotting up. I think it was like 46% or something like that. And then, which is exactly what the doctors ordered for the Lakers. And then he plays great defense. He can rebound. And so, yeah, we've been wanting him to start from the moment he landed. And I think eventually he will. I think JJ will come around and realize, hey, this guy, from what I heard, JJ, that's his guy. He advocated for him, right, from what I'm hearing. So, shout out. Like, I think Dorian Finney-Smith would be a great starting lineup player. I mean, he's started throughout his career, so he's equipped for it. Now, Rui off the bench, I think that'll be better for both parties. I feel like every year we have a conversation on who we should start and who we should bring off the bench, right? Every freaking year, right? And so, let's see if the coaching staff can get it right this time. It's all about the right combos, right? It's all about the right mix. Let's see. AR is a superstar at his contract value. He's probably better suited for the six-man role, but I think you have said you would like AR on the bench also, Dan. Well, not this season. I'll tell you this, not this season, because this season he's proven he's a starter caliber guard. He's what people don't understand is you got to see the game between the game. He's taking a lot of pressure off of LeBron James with his playmaking and his scoring ability in the starting lineup. Plus, they have that amazing chemistry, the giving goals and all of that, behind the back passes. I mean, those guys, they got it going on. And matter of fact, not only them, but Max Christie's starting to join the party there with the chemistry between him and AR and LeBron. So why break that up? Right now, we don't even have a backup point guard that can start over Austin Reeves. We don't have that right now. So, there's no reason to break that up now. If we ever got a better guard, then yeah, I'd be in favor for it. And he does need to cut down on the turnovers, and he needs to improve on his defense, just like everybody else on the team does. LeBron needs to improve on his defense. He is 40 years old, so we don't call him out as much. But that's a fact in the matter right there. I don't like it either, Thinker. I don't like it either. No, Dorian Finney-Smith. Will Rui step up? We'll see. We will see. You can't count on him for sure, but maybe you'll have one of them, once in every 5 game type Rui games. We'll see, diehard, but we will be there live to see it, to witness it, my brother. I don't like it either, bro. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, the Lakers made their decision. They felt like this was the right decision. We have to live with it as fans. We don't have any other choice. And now let's hope that this guy, right, again, for those of you that are just tuning in, the Lakers have released Quincy Olivari, and they have given his contract essentially to this guy right here, Trey Jameson, who seems to be an athlete. He seems to be a solid defender. Got good size on him. Again, 6'11", 270 pounds, or 6'10", 270 pounds. And, that's who we picked up. Will it be a good decision or not? Only time will tell. Doesn't look good for us right now. Let's see. Final comments, questions before we get to the top of the hour here. I will be back for a pregame later on tonight, guys. So make sure if I missed your questions or anything, make sure you save them for later. That's the spirit right there. That's what I want to see. I want to see excitement for the new guy, even though we are disappointed we let go of Quincy. Let's see here. Wait, he said Reeves apologists drive me nuts. Well, I'll go one further, Jordan. Reeves haters drive me nuts. What is your reason to hate on an 18-point per game scorer? He's so an 18-point per game scorer is a bench player? Okay. That's your opinion. As long as you don't say he's trash like the rest of the haters, that's fair. That's your opinion. But right now, he's not a bench player. We don't have a guard that's better than him that can come in and produce like he does. Matter of fact, look no further than the sample size. And when he was out for the week, we only won 1 game. So it tells you how much of the scoring and playmaking load he gives. That's all I'm saying. I'm not an apologist. When he does bad, when he plays shitty defense, even himself, he'll call himself out. But what I will say is he doesn't get the credit that he deserves. For 18.6 assists a game, efficiently, shooting over 40% from beyond the arc. Or no, I think it's 36% from behind the arc, to be exact. But, he's doing it efficiently. So I really don't see why. All I want to know is why the hate. Like, why does it stem from the hate? But again, Trey Jameson, this is the guy that we just acquired right now. Let's see what he can do. Let's see before we write him off, chat. All right, we will be live later on, 7 p.m. Pacific time over on Playback. Make sure you guys follow. We're almost at 1,000 followers. Let's make sure to get there sooner rather than later, guys. Also, it is absolutely free to watch for the first 20 that get a VIP pass when you guys come in when I go live. So make sure to tap in for that. I will see you guys for pregame at around 6:30, 6:15 to 6:30, maybe 6:15 to be able to do that Prize Picks entry. Again, this video is brought to you by Prize Picks. So major shout out to them. You guys know the promo code. Appreciate you guys for tapping in. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Appreciate everybody for your contributions today. And I will see you guys later on for pregame. All right. Peace out.